All right, buckle up, everybody, because we're going deep on Black Ops 6 today. You've been out there grinding, and the game has seen some serious updates already. Weapon changes, bugs squashed, and even a peek at what's dropping in Season 1. We're here to give you the rundown so you can strategize and maybe discover something you hadn't thought of.
Yeah, these patch notes are hefty, but we'll break down the most important stuff for you, what it means for your game,
Exactly. Let's start with the weapon adjustments, huh? Some big moves with assault rifles and SMGs. What's the thought process there?
Seems like Treyarch is aiming to rebalance things. They're buffing SMGs so they're stronger at medium range and pulling those ARs back a little.
So long to melting faces with the XM4 up close, huh? Could be huge for SMG fans, though. What exactly did they change about the XM4?
They lowered its max damage, stretched out its medium damage range. It's not just a close-range beast anymore.
Makes it more versatile, then. Not just a straight nerf.
Yeah, more versatile, exactly. We'll see how it affects matches. Could lead to more mid-range fights, better flanking. They've also been messing with headshot multipliers on some ARs, too.
Cool up. What's that about?
So they decrowd the bonus damage you get from headshots at close range, trying to encourage more strategic gunplay instead of just headshotting every time.
Interesting. So rewards players who can keep their aim steady, control that recoil.
That's the idea. More skill, less spray and pray. Oh, and they also nerfed the slug attachment for shotguns.
That one was popular. What was wrong with it?
It was a little too good, especially hip firing, turning shotguns into snipers, basically. Not how they're supposed to work.
Yeah, shotguns are meant to be brutal, up close, not at long range. Back to their intended role then.
Right. Big shakeup for anyone who relied on that slug for longer shots.
They'll have to adapt, change their loadouts. Speaking of adapting, Treyarch has also been fixing some hilarious bugs. Those tactical rafts that were flying in zombies.
Oh, yeah, those were good times. Glad they fixed that one.
And remember how sometimes you'd end up in a kill cam before you even chose your loadout?
Starting the match with a disadvantage already. Good thing they're fixing those, even if they were funny. But on to the exciting stuff. Season 1. New maps, new modes. What's the scoop?
Season 1 is bringing a ton of new content. We're talking new maps, new modes, and a whole bunch of goodies for those who love zombies.
Give me the details.
Okay, first off, 3 new multiplayer maps. Hideout, Extraction, and Heirloom.
Tell me more. What are they like?
Hideout is a medium-sized training site. Classic Black Ops feeling,
Perfect for that new Omni movement system then. Grappling hooks and wall running.
Absolutely. Then there's Extraction. It's a medium-sized Avalon heliport, good for different playstyles. And then Heirloom, a smaller map, fine art museum, close quarters action.
Yeah, museum. Now that's a setting I didn't see coming. There's more, right?
Of course, always more. Later in the season, we're getting Racket, a new map, and Festive Nuketown.
Wait, a holiday Nuketown, twinkling lights and all that. Get ready for some holiday chaos. It's not all about maps, though. There's a new mode, too. Ransack.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me everything.
In Ransack, you collect gold bars. Gotta secure them in your team's stash. But the enemy can raid your stash and steal your gold.
So you gotta defend what you've got, not just grab gold. Teamwork's gonna be crucial.
For sure. Solid strategy, balance between offense and defense. Oh, and for something a little more chill, Prop Hunt is back.
Prop Hunt is back. Can't wait to hide as a trash can in that museum map. Some festive limited-time modes coming later, too. Looks like the holidays are going to be action-packed.
You bet. And don't forget, Ranked Play is back in Season 1 with a bunch of changes.
Rank Play. Things are getting serious. What's new there?
They're adding a veto system for maps and modes. Players get a say in what they play, and a forfeit option, too.
Thank goodness. Some matches are just lost causes. Better to move on. Okay, what about zombies? What's in store for the undead slayers out there?
Get ready for a brand new map coming mid-season, Citadel de Mor. It's medieval-themed, and the sneak peek is creepy. Battling hordes of the undead in an old castle.
I'm already creeped out but excited.
Oh.
Anything new to help us survive?
Absolutely. New perk, new field upgrade, a new ammo mod, bunch of new augments. Plus, they're teasing multiple new wonder weapons.
Hold up, multiple wonder weapons. That's insane. Can't wait to see what they are. They're keeping it under wraps, huh?
Killing me with the suspense. They're also adding a new enemy type to Citadel de Mor. No details yet, but it's got to be terrifying.
Oh, I bet it will be. The zombies team always nails the creepy stuff. I'm already thinking about strategies.
Me too. Gonna need serious firepower and some good teamwork for this one. All right, we talked about multiplayer zombies, but what about Warzone, the Battle Royale monster?
Warzone is getting a huge overhaul, right? A whole new map.
You got it. It's called Area 99, inspired by Nuketown, fast-paced action. It's in the Nevada desert, some cool spots like a mannequin assembly plant, a nuclear testing site, and, get this, a giant crane holding a whole Nuketown house.
A giant crane with a Nuketown house? That's incredible. There's got to be more.
Oh, yeah. They're bringing back Urzikstan and Rebirth Island from older Warzone seasons, but with a Black Ops 6 twist.
Best of both worlds. Classic maps, but with the new Black Ops 6 gameplay.
That's it. Both maps will have Omni-movement, all the Black Ops 6 weapons and features.
A true refresh. What about game boats?
They're bringing plunder back. No selling valuables this time, though. Just pure cash grabbing. And of course, Resurgence and Battle Royale are there. But the big news, Warzone Ranked Play is back.
Warzone ranked play. That's huge. Battle Royale just got competitive. They're going all out with this Warzone revamp. What are the visuals? Any upgrades there?
You know it. New cinematics for infills, exfills, the Gulag, the Winner's Circle. And Warzone's getting a new UI to match Black Ops 6. Oh, and Warzone's getting its own melee weapon.
Finally, no more flimsy knife. A real melee weapon. What kind of weapons are we talking about?
They haven't said exactly, but I'm picturing some intense close quarters fights. They're also adding 3 new perks to Warzone, including one called Irradiated. You can only find it as loot in-game, plus a new wildcard and a bunch of new tactical and lethal equipment options.
Warzone is about to become a whole different beast.
It's going to change everything. And here's something else. They're adding a ton of weapons from Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6. Over 170 weapons.
170 weapons. That's a dream come true for collectors.
Yeah.
Even more options for loadouts.
You bet. And you can use the same weapon builds across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone.
Seriously. So I can make a build in one mode and use it in the others.
No more juggling loadouts. They also made the gunsmith easier to use.
That's good to hear. I was getting lost in all those options. So Warzone, new map, new modes, new perks, new equipment, a dedicated melee weapon, and all those extra weapons from other Call of Duty games. They're not holding back.
Warzone is being reborn. It's going to be huge.
It really sounds like it. I think we need a break to let all this info sink in. We've covered so much, and I'm sure our listeners are feeling overwhelmed, but in a good way. Back soon with even more on the Black Ops 6 patch notes and that Season 1 update. Stay with us.
All right, jumping back into it, still so much to uncover in these patch notes. It's a lot, but some really interesting stuff buried in here.
Yeah, we only just scratched the surface of Season 1, and I'm already feeling overloaded. In a good way, though. Where should we go next?
Well, they completely changed how they show weapon damage in the notes. It's actually much easier to understand now.
Really? Because I always struggle with those damage tables.
I hear you. But they have this new table format. Breaks down the damage at different ranges. Maximum, medium, and minimum damage range.
Okay, that sounds less confusing. Give me an example. Say I'm using the Krieg 6, one of my go-to ARs. How would that work?
Sure. So let's say the Krieg 6 has a maximum damage range of 30 meters. That means if your target's within 30 meters, you're hitting them with the full damage. But go past that 30 meters and the damage drops off.
And that's where the medium damage range kicks in.
Right. So the Krieg 6 might have a medium damage range from 30 to 50 meters. The damage goes down gradually. And then past 50 meters, you're in the minimum damage range. That's the lowest damage the weapon does.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Like a roadmap for how each weapon works at different distances.
That's the idea. Transparency. Giving players the info they need to choose their loadouts and playstyles.
No more guessing games. We've got the data now. Besides the weapon changes and the new map and mode and all the zombie stuff coming in, Season 1, what else caught your eye?
They're adding a new score streak for both multiplayer and zombies, the hand cannon.
Oh yeah, the hand cannon. I saw a preview. Well, it's powerful.
It is. Basically a big handgun. One-shot potential. High damage, good penetration, better hip-fire accuracy. Going to be a beast, especially close up.
It's like a mini deagle.
Exactly. What's really interesting is how they're putting it in both multiplayer and zombies. In multiplayer, it's a score streak. Rack up points, you get to use it.
The better you play, the sooner you get to unleash it.
Right. But in zombies, you have to craft it. Find the parts and build it yourself.
That adds a whole different layer to zombies. Craft the hand cannon or go for other upgrades.
Risk versus reward. Let's not forget about multiplayer, though. They're adding a new wildcard, too. High Roller.
Buy roller. Sounds interesting. What's it do?
It gives you a 4th score streak in core multiplayer matches. So you could have the hand cannon, a UAV, a chopper gunner, and a gunship all ready to go.
Oh, that's a lot of firepower. Seems a little overpowered, maybe.
It could be, yeah. But it opens up some interesting tactics. That 4th score streak could really swing things in a match.
True. Could make for some awesome highlights, too. Any new perks?
Yep, a new one for multiplayer called Shadow.
Shadow. Sounds kind of stealthy.
It is. Shadow makes you invisible to enemy traps and mines, so no more getting blown up by proximity mines caught in tripwires.
That's super useful, especially on maps with lots of tight spots and flanking routes.
Right. It could change how people play those objective modes too, like domination or hardpoint.
So it's not just avoiding traps, it's about positioning and map awareness.
Exactly. More tactical depth. Okay, back to zombies for a sec. We talked about the new map, Citadel des Morts, but they're not saying much about it yet.
Yeah, they're saving the big reveal for later. We do know about those new wonder weapons, though. I'm dying to know what they are.
Me too. The suspense is killing me. But with that medieval theme, I'm thinking maybe some magical weapons.
A staff that shoots fireballs, maybe?
Yeah.
Or a magic sword to slice through zombies?
So many possibilities. And don't forget that new enemy they're adding to Citadel des Morts. What do you think it'll be?
Ooh, good question. Gotta be something creepy and tough. A gargoyle that comes to life and attacks. Or maybe a possessed knight in armor.
Those are good ones. Already getting chills just thinking about it.
Me too. Mentally preparing for the jump scares and boss fights.
All right, we've covered a lot here. Weapons, maps, modes, score streaks, perks, zombies, even a little bit of Warzone.
My brain is full, in a good way. Anything else we should hit before we move on?
Well, it's clear that Treyarch is really listening to what players are saying, making changes based on the feedback.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. They seem to be on top of player concerns, really trying to make the game the best it can be.
Exactly. That's a good sign for Black Ops 6 going forward.
I agree. I think it's time to wrap this segment up and let everyone digest everything we've talked about. Back soon with more on Black Ops 6. We'll take a closer look at the Warzone changes and some final thoughts on what all this means for you, the players. Stick with us. All right, we're back. Ready to wrap up our Black Ops 6 deep dive. Preseason patch notes and all the Season 1 intel. We've been through a lot. Weapons, maps, modes, zombies, even that big Warzone overhaul.
A lot to take in, but we've boiled it down to the essentials so you can get out there and dominate.
That's what we're here for. So let's recap the most important stuff. What are the big takeaways for players?
Well, the main thing is Treyarch is putting a lot of effort into getting the weapons balanced right. Trying to shake things up, making SMGs more competitive at medium range, and pulling back those powerhouse ARs.
Yeah, and not just nerfing things for the sake of it. They're trying to make the weapons more well-rounded, more strategic gameplay, like those headshot multiplier changes, rewarding players who can hit their shots, control recoil.
Exactly. And they're being really clear about how weapons work at different ranges with that new damage range system. No more guessing.
Love that they're giving us more information. More control. We can make smarter choices about our loadouts and how we play. Okay, so we've got weapon balancing, but what about new content? Season 1 looks massive.
Well, it's packed. 3 new multiplayer maps. Hideout, Extraction, and Heirloom. And Hacienda's coming back, too. Plus that Holiday Nuketown later on.
Holiday Nuketown. That's going to be wild. Can't wait for that. New game modes, too.
You bet. They're adding Ransack. It's all about grabbing gold bars and defending your team's stash. Teamwork and strategy are going to be huge there.
Sounds intense. And for people who like things a bit more chill, Prop Hunt is back. Summon for everyone.
Exactly. And Zombies fans, don't forget that new map coming mid-season, Citadel des Morts, medieval themed, new perk, new field upgrade, ammo mod, augments, new enemy type, and multiple new wonder weapons.
Multiple wonder weapons. They're really going all out this season. Can't wait to see those in action.
And then there's the Warzone overhaul, a total refresh. New Nuketown-inspired map called Area 99, Urzikstan, and Rebirth Island are back, but with a Black Ops 6 twist. Plunder's back with a cash-only focus, and the big one, Warzone Ranked Play, is back.
Ranked Warzone is back. The competition is heating up. They really are pulling out all the stops with this Warzone update. New perks, equipment, a melee weapon, new cinematics, a UI overhaul, and over 170 weapons to choose from. It's a whole new Warzone experience.
More than an update, it's a reimagining. Gonna shake up the Battle Royale scene for sure.
Sounds like it. So what does all this mean for Black Ops 6 players?
It means the game is evolving, getting bigger, better, more balanced. They're listening to us, fixing problems, adding content, making the game dynamic and fun for everyone.
That's what it's all about. So get ready, gear up, and prepare to dominate in Black Ops 6 Season 1. We'll be back soon with more gaming deep dives, but until then, happy gaming, everyone.